Okay. Let's see. Turn down a little bit there. Okay, I don't know how that's going to be how that's coming through on the stream itself at this point. So here, actually, let's maximize this real quick.
All right. I'm hopping to the stream. I'm gonna go deaf so I don't have to hear two echoes to tell you what's going on.
No worries. Okay. That should do. Okay. Here, 1 second. I'm going to switch this over to.
All right.
See. Okay, let me. There we go. Okay, there we go. That should do. It's a little odd the way I did it, but trying to set this all up here. So.
All right. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm back. So let's go ahead and get back into this real fast.
Tenno, will you walk the steel path?
Okay. So, this is going to be, let's
Interesting.
see. It's going to be an interesting time. Yes, indeed. So, all right. Wanted to make this little announcement here that I got my gaming computer, and
Nice.
I have my old computer that I'm trying to do the streaming to. So right at this particular moment in time, I'm trying to do a dual computer system right at this time.
Are you
Now
enjoying the view?
it's based off of everything that was kind of going on, or based off of what I'm familiar with. Apparently, um, dual computer system, you typically want the capture card in the streaming computer so that you can kind of set it, and that there's a ton of videos about setting up the streaming computer with the capture card and blah blah blah. Well, I didn't have one, so I figured, hey, I'll put a capture card in my gaming computer. Well, apparently that doesn't really work very well with a two computer setup at this time, or at least when I tried to fiddle around with it, it didn't. I was having some difficulties setting that up. So, I mean, if anyone's watching this right at this moment in time and knows how to actually set up a dual computers, streaming setup, but the gaming computer itself has the capture card and not, and not the streaming computer, then let me know. I could really use some input along those lines.
I wish I knew.
Yeah, no, it's I'm fairly new to the whole dual computing system as it was anyway. Hence the reason why I'm running. I started this stream late today. Normally I start around 2 o'clock PST. It is at this particular moment in time 3:41, so I'm starting an hour and a half late. But I had to do quite a bit of work to try to figure out how to get this dual computer to work the way I wanted it to, and so on and so forth. I was thinking that they were saying, oh, you had to have OBS Studio installed on both, and I thought I had to set up the profiles completely the same. Whatever.
I would double check if that's the case.
What's that?
I would double check if you have to have OBS on 2 computers.
Oh, I do. That's because the gaming computer has to transmit the information over to, via the network to the streaming computer. So, so right now, the game that you're seeing right at this moment in time is on my gaming computer. So, matter of fact, just to kind of show you what I mean here, let me do video. Let's see. Should be able to handle that. Let's see, get rid of the motion blur. I hate motion blurs. Not. No, don't need the bloom either. don't need to be blinded if I'm somehow going into the sun or something like that. So confirm all that. And if I was on my regular computer right at this moment in time, my computer would probably be freaking out right at this moment in time. Here I am on, I just set it up to high resolution graphics and stuff like that, and my old computer would just probably be freaking out. It'd probably be like, "Oh, what are you doing to me? Stop!" That kind of thing. So,
Do you have a RTX 3060 in it?
3080,
Mine's a 3060.
nice. So, um, I'm. It's gonna be really nice to be able to, play uh, some of the games that I've purchased lately, but can't, you know, I can't play them because my old computer graphics card couldn't handle it. Couldn't even handle Borderlands 3. So it's gonna be nice to be able to kind of play some of the newer games. Um,
And plus, I can just join you on there.
Join me on where?
Borderlands 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, so, um, we're going to be discussing the new war. I just finished that off last week, and did an extensive stream on that one. Went from 2 o'clock to what was it, 11 o'clock by the time I stopped my time. So yeah, that was a bit rough. So this is going to be a spoiler heavy conversation there, folks. I wanted to kind of discuss everything that kind of happened during the new war. Hopefully you can hear me over the music or the game sounds, game audio. Maybe it's a little too much.
I say it's a little even.
It's a little even. Okay, well that's not exactly ideal. Let me go ahead and try to drop the audio then. There we go. Just drop the master volume to 30%. There we go. Okay. So, um, um, so let's kind of, well, I kind of wish that the quest here had kind of chapters in it, so that I could kind of talk, individually about each of the sections that you kind of, I don't necessarily want to replay the quest. So, I don't want to do another 9-hour replay of it. It'd probably take me a little bit longer, but still, would be nice to kind of be able to kind of see, like the individual chapters as you kind of went along the quest, so that I could kind of talk about them one after another. Let me see if I can frame new war chapters. Okay. Okay, so there is a walk. I'm looking at a walkthrough right at this moment in time on the wiki. So there's definitely spoilers there. So if you're watching or if you've never played the new war before, just a heads up, we're getting into spoiler territory here. I mean, major spoiler territory. So, um, okay, so yeah, for the first part of it, um, it shows the Sentinels kind of, um, you know, appearing and you know, uh, just full on decimating. Well, in this particular case, they only showcased um, initially Earth, um, and they showed the Grineer trying to fight back against them, which obviously they weren't doing a very good job of it, but I mean, they were still trying to. Um, Now, initially, I kind of appreciated what they were kind of doing with it because um, they were kind of showing how the new war was kind of affecting uh, more than just the 10-0. So uh, it was affecting everybody. The everybody that lived at Cetus, the Grenier, the Corpus, um, everybody was kind of affected by this new war. Them coming in and you know attacking everybody. Okay, so uh, so I did appreciate the fact that um, to start off with you're on Earth and you are um, battling um, you're using the Grenier to fight off the uh, everybody that does the um, oh gosh, I just kind of blanked on their names. I just was saying it earlier. The Sentinels. There we go. So, um, so it was a interesting scenario to start off with. Now, one thing that I need to make sure of is that I need to turn off screen shake because I had that turned off last week, but unfortunately, because of uh, I don't know exactly what was going on, but the Grenier had um, um, let's see, they had the Grenier in question um,
A pretty
call
bad
dash.
screen shake.
What's up?
I had a pretty bad screen shake that you couldn't turn it off.
Yeah, the Kata, which was the primary weapon that Call 175 had, just shook the screen all over the place, and it it really it really hurt to try to try to stay focused, especially when trying to fight them all off. So um, so I try to use a little bit of the melee weapon to handle a little bit better, but for the most part, that entire section, up until he was able to get the Corinth Prime, was just irritating. Um, I did appreciate um, the story that was going on, the fact that they were they were they were having their asses handed to them, and they were just basically trying to do whatever they could to stop the invasion, which was, hey, I'm going to go ahead and grab, a high explosive and try to blow up a Sentinel ship. But yeah. Hey there, Vinny. How are you? Welcome back to the stream. So, the so that first part, you know, I liked it in the sense of um, they showed a lot of the uh, Grenier fighting and so on and so forth. And they were showing a lot of the destruction that was going on Earth. Um, but uh, the fact that I had screen shake disabled, but it was still shaking up the screen for the kata was irritating. Um, so I was really happy that you could get you finally got a Corinth Prime, and that one wasn't nearly as bad. Um, you went through various um, scenarios as you were the Grenier, walking on through trying to fight everybody off, but um, you eventually get to let's see, makes his final stand as he reaches the base of the Chondrix. So um, I'm not quite sure exactly what the Chondrix is, or I know that it was the ship, but yeah, I'm not familiar completely with what a Chondrix is. Maybe I'll research that a little bit more. But um, the Grenier that you're traveling with does eventually get to the base of it, tries to set off the bomb, but um, I think he was at the very end. He was like hypnotized or something along those lines. Um, let's see. Pauses instead declares for his brothers. However, the bomb fails to activate. Kala opens his eyes and looks in horror as Era approaches him. So, um, not necessarily hypnotized, but um, the bomb fails to go off, and he looks at Era. Now, when that was going on, I didn't remember Era whatsoever. So um, I mean, it's been a while since I did the prelude to the new war. Um, let's see, or was it again? Yeah, the prelude to war. It's been a while since I did this one. So um, apparently, you know, it's where you know do meet up with Era, but um, when I went on this particular quest line, that was a long time ago. So So I couldn't really remember much of this at that particular point in time, so I completely forgot about Era. So, um, Kendricks was those big things in the ground. Mercs is the Sentinel ships. Right, but, I'm not quite sure what a Condrix is. So that's what I'm kind of curious about along those lines. So, um, is it just meant to be one of those that, broadcast signal? Is it like a troop carrier? Is it um like a big mothership kind of deal where it's, you know, sends out a whole bunch of ships? I don't really know. I'm not 100 I'm not that well versed in the lore to really uh, understand what those are. So, um, new layout, the wreckage is laying around. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Okay, um, so the after you finish off that, then it switches over to the corpus, where you are now controlling uh, Vessel R. Now that one was an interesting. Once again, you're not controlling any Warframes or anything along those lines. Um, um, it was a little bit of a shift in gameplay because uh, when you're playing Warframes, you can do bullet jumps, jump super high, swap around weapons pretty easily, and so on and so forth, right? But um, with the Grenier, he was wounded. He was limping around, and his movement conveyed that, which was great. I appreciated that. One of the nice little details that they had in the game. Um, the uh, for the corpus section, you have Vesa R that um, was kind of running around, and he would pull out these drones, uh, breacher drone, shield drone, and the assault drone, I believe. Um, I think that's what it was called. Um, hmm. The wiki doesn't really show anything about the assault drones, but whatever. So you're basically commending three different drones. One just you send around and have it explode on things, which was pretty good. Or you can send it to unlock certain areas, which was also pretty interesting in terms of the interface and how to kind of work that. Um, Now, um, I was a little irritated during one particular part of that. For the most part, was there was one session where you had to get to a console with the breacher drone to basically turn off the electricity that was basically electrifying the entire ground. But the problem was that because it was electrifying the entire ground, the breacher drone couldn't get past it. It kept on dying almost instantaneously just trying to get through it, right? But So you had to instruct the shield drone to protect the breacher drone to allow for it to get over the um, to kind of get over that area so that I can turn everything off. Well, those you know the shield drone, while boost um, it does boost the shields of the um, of the drones and whatnot. It's not, it's you could put in a lot more damage than what the shield drone can give, kind of thing. Um, so I found it interesting that um, the breacher drone was instantaneously destroyed without the shield drone, but with the shield drone, it had no problems whatsoever. It could have stayed in that field for as long as it wanted to, and it wouldn't be destroyed. I I don't know. It seemed suspect to me personally, but whatever.
Game
Um,
logic go brr.
I mean, the fact that the electricity in the floor was able to take out, its health and its shields instantaneously like that, which um, I forget exactly how much it had, but it had like maybe 400 total or so in terms of health and shields, and instantaneous death. You're telling me that the shield drone was basically keeping up um, the breacher drone's shields, you know, um, by 200 points, instantaneously every single time to mitigate the damage. That's what's kind of throwing me off there. So, uh, the electricity was doing 400 points of damage, but somehow the drone is mitigating that kind of damage by restoring its shields at well, I mean, it had to do it at like double the rate, kind of thing. So it just made no sense to me. So I don't know. Game logic. So I'm just gonna have
Exactly.
to kind of deal with it for the most part, because it was like, okay, this doesn't really make any sense, but I mean, what can one do, right? It's part of their game. So um, um, then you get to a point where you have to battle a jackal. Um, that was interesting. Um, once again, I mean, you had the assault drone and yourself taking out its shields and its not necessarily its health, but you're basically disabling it for the most part. And then you had to use the shield drone and the breacher drone to take off its health. But once again, you had to deal with an electrified floor that you had to get the shield drone to kind of cover the breacher drone. Now, um, what's one of the irritating things of that fight was the fact that I had to instruct the shield drone to kind of cover the breacher drone. Okay, same with the previously with the um, triggering um, of the console to remove the electrified floor earlier. The shield drone didn't automatically do that, which throws me off a little bit, because you see shield drones, when you're fighting the corpus, you see the shield drones automatically, trying to center itself so that it can shield everybody in the immediate area, kind of thing. So it it threw me off the fact that I had to instruct the shield drone to consider shielding the breacher drone. That's kind of threw me off. It was slightly irritating along those lines. Plus, that it didn't really give any kind of indicator that, hey, this is something that you could do. Or at least I didn't really hear anything while playing the game about, hey, maybe I should get the shield drone to, um, to help protect the breacher drone or anything along those lines. I didn't hear that. If it's in there, then I guess there's not much I can really do about it. But the then the fault falls on me for not hearing the instructions, that was possible. But um, uh, but it probably would have been helpful if they kind of repeated it, a little bit or something along those lines, like, hey, what's taking you so long? Why aren't you throwing this shield drone over the breacher drone, on the breacher drone to protect it, or something along those lines? Anything, okay? Anything to kind of reinforce that, hey, you should be. This is what you should do, okay? The fact that they don't have that in there, it, you know, um, obviously I got irritated by that particular session because I didn't know exactly what I needed to do on it. Um, I didn't know the capabilities of everything there. You know, uh, I made the assumption that I needed to, somehow click the field, um, when I was trying to shut off the electricity, for example, I needed to guide the breacher drone down a very narrow path to get to the console in order to turn it off. But no, apparently that wasn't the case. Um, so a little bit of hints probably would have been helpful along those lines somewhere. Um, but I mean, what can one do, right? So the shield drones are very much like the ones in the Quest. If you don't instruct it to stay, it will just wander off. Okay. But at the same time, it would still kind of, you know, cover you for the most part, I believe, right? I don't know. Um, I just feel like that they probably could have done a little bit of a better job with the shield drones in general, or that discussing of that dynamic that needed to be available, just to defeat the Jackal alone. Um, and then you come to the very end of it, and um, you have Aladvi um, saying, "Hey, power down your weapons because we are going to basically surrender ourselves to Sentinels and um, to Era and you know, and all that. But Vaso R said, nah, we're not gonna do that. So he reactivates and fires on an enemy ship, destroying it. Let's see. The resulting shockwave causes the Corpus ship to break apart. So that was an interesting dynamic there. The fact that Veso, um, uh, in a sense, realizes that Ladvi um, was kind of going against Corpus interests, and therefore, was essentially a traitor. So he basically said, "Nah, man, we're gonna fire upon the, uh, upon the Sentinel's ship and destroying it." Um, so uh, interesting that maybe the Sentinel ship had like maybe powered down its shields or something like that, so that when Veso powered up its weapons again and fired upon it, it destroyed them a little bit faster. I don't really know. But um, so that was an interesting dynamic. Now, Alad V, um, he he said, he basically was like, well, hey, um, he basically said, hey, we're going to surrender to these guys because they're going to be the, um, they are going to be our leaders from here on out. Um, we're going to be, uh, these are our new leaders. I'm going to go ahead and align with them. I don't remember that kind of thinking from him before, so I'm wondering, um, did I miss that little nugget somewhere? So, all right, let me. I don't think there was any particular. Um, I don't think there was any particular um, quest or anything along those lines. So, that let's see. I mean, I remember this one, but I don't think a lot V was anything in there, nor did it really discuss the Sentinels at all during that particular quest line, if I remember correctly. Um, so you had Patient Zero, but for Patient Zero, Alad was kind of more aligning himself with the infested, which I guess he did, and the infested does have a slight connection with um not Hanhao. what was his name again? Ballas. Um, so now I don't. I'm trying to remember. For Ballas, how. I mean, you could tell that Ballas had some modifications done to him and whatnot. Um, the fact that his like human legs were kind of dangling from the um, from his new legs, you might say. Um, obviously you could tell that there was a modification there, and he showed signs of an infection, much along the lines of the everybody on Deimos being struggling with the infection as well. Um, you know, maybe I need to kind of look into Ballast a little bit more because um, or maybe to try to uh, look up his history a little bit more. Here, let me see. Is there um universe? Hmm, no, no, no. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that um. Oh, yeah, no. I was wondering if I was able to see any of the um if Ballas was here or not to kind of uh, look in on him a little bit more, but so yeah, it felt to me like he was kind of wrestling with the infection or trying to find some way of like from from what I remember from the story, uh, the Orcan were like trying to improve on themselves in like multiple different ways. And I guess Ballast found and infested or so. I don't know. Maybe I need to kind of go back through a like a lore dump on Warframe again, that just to kind of to kind of catch back up on the story on it. But um, let's see. Bellas started changing shortly after the sacrifice quest when he secretly partnered with the Sentinels. A lad had always gone for whatever side benefits him. True, true, um, but the thing was that there was no like prior showing of what he was. I mean, was he really like looking at the current situation and saying this is hopeless? We're just gonna go ahead and side ourselves with this most powerful, sentinels to you know govern ourselves that quickly? I don't know. Seems a little odd to me. But um, okay, so then after that happens, then you get the railjack coming in. You get the um, you get your personal railjack flying in and starts trying to fight off all the sentinels and so on and so forth. That's going on there. Apparently, you're trying to get no Thunder. Take that off right now. I am not. No, I'm not going to agree to that, Gabe. That is troll beyond levels, man. I'm trying to have a serious discussion right at this moment in time.
Okay. I rejected it.
I don't appreciate those troll levels, man.
I wasn't trying to be a troll there.
What's that? Well, that's me trying to. That's him trying to basically say, hey, go super quiet. So I would have to basically whisper. And I'm sorry, that's really bad timing. So, I don't mind that during like gameplay or something along those lines, but when I'm trying to discuss something that's all about, a serious discussion about the new war and everything that's going on there, I don't want to have that as a distracting factor. So, no, not going to happen. So,
All right.
okay?
Okay.
So, okay. Um, so we get to the railjack, um, and you're supposedly bringing tension along um, to try to um, fight what's going on there. Problem is that they didn't really show that initially. The fact that you picked up tension or anything along those lines. It didn't really show any of that um, setup there. So the fact that it's like, hey, he's there. It's like, wait, what? um, I like to hear your voice still. Well, thank you there, Rennie. Um, I I needed to find some ways of allowing people to use the channel points. So whisper you know is fine. It's just bad timing. Okay. So it probably would have been nice if they showed a little bit prior to the railjack coming in or something like that. Like maybe a little bit of a hint, like in between the Grenier and the Corpus. Basically um, where tension, basically like communicates with you and says, Tenno, you know, um, we need to put a stop to this, you know, um, come pick me up on your railjack and I'll join you on your fight, you know, and this this war, or something along those lines. Something to kind of, a way to kind of show what's going on, right? Um, something along those lines. But you show up in the railjack, tension is with you per se, and you're having to like fly through the space in order to try to battle all the sentinels sections to get to a ship to allow for attention to board. Now, I was having a hard time during that railjack mission. So either there was a couple things going on there. One, it felt as though my controls were very sluggish. Like, here, let me kind of, let me do friends only here. We're going to go to railjack mission, and then we are going to just do a free flight. Okay. And I'll kind of show you what I mean along those lines. So okay, so when you're like flying around, this response can be, it felt very quick, and during regular gameplay. But when it came to that sentient gameplay, against the sentience, it felt like my movement was very sluggish. Like it wasn't moving nearly as quickly. The overall movement speed just wasn't there, or at least that's the impression that I had when I was in that fight against the other sentinels. Like everything kind of felt like I was just kind of moving super slow. I couldn't target the fighters nearly as quickly because the cursor wasn't moving that fast. It felt like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy or something like that. But it really didn't feel like the railjack flying through to fight off the enemy was the same as like a regular mission to allow for kind of moving around to kind of fight off other enemies and whatnot. So it was kind of, it felt off. Now I'll admit that my railjack is not set up for the it's not the best. It's not the it's not at its maximum performance. I don't have all the the shields, the guns, so on and so forth to to state outright that it's top quality, okay, because it's not, okay, it's not there yet. But Um, so, um, you know, I still need to, um, you know, I still need to kind of work on, um, you know, all of its weapons, its armaments, and so on and so forth, because, you know, it's not there yet, you know. Um, but uh, so I felt like this really kind of um, it really kind of made that fight with the railjack that much harder. Um, you know, not only did you know was I just um, you know I didn't have the um, proper kind of armaments and engines and so on and so forth. But it also felt as though I was dealing with a lot of um, like gameplay itself being just outright sluggish. So, um, so yeah. Um, Now I don't know what anyone else, you know, if anyone could kind of uh, uh, agrees with me on that one or not. You know, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just letting everybody know, you know, what my, uh, you know, how it, you know, occurred with me. So, okay, okay, posture check. There you go. Okay. So then you're flying through space, trying to fight off all the sentinels that are around there, trying to get closer and closer to the mothership to allow for attention to board. Uh, that was a little irritating. That whole railjack side quest, because of the fact that you know maybe uh, you know maybe it was my railjack that wasn't like maxed out to a performance, so that it made it that much harder. Um, who knows? I would imagine that you know I did have things already kind of set up already with the railjack, so so I was able to survive a little bit. You know, I was able to survive. You know, period, because of those improvements. Uh, I would figure that um, you know what? I wouldn't know what would have happened. Like if I kept on doing you know when so here's where I'm kind of curious as to what would happen. You know, what if scenario, right? Um, because when you start the new war, everything changes afterwards, right? You're basically saying, hey, here's this point of no return. You do the new war, and basically anything that kind of came prior to that is kind of washed away. You know, per se. I mean, obviously there's still going to be some amount of remnants, right? But um, you know, you start out from scratch, and you get to a um, you get to the railjack mission, for example. And if you don't have like a strong railjack, like you just built a railjack or something like that, and it gets destroyed. Like your railjack just takes a lot of damage and eventually gets destroyed. What happens? Thankfully, I don't really, it didn't happen to me, so I don't really know. Um, does it say that the quest failed and therefore you know, you would have to redo the quest all over again? Does it reset it back to the very beginning of the railjack mission, which would basically cause an infinite loop because you would never be able to get through the railjack quest in that particular case? Um, what's, what happens? I don't really know. Um, Makes me wonder if anyone's done that or not. Check to see what would happen if you actually did fail. Like, you know, like the Grenier died, the Corpus died, the Railjack died, Tension died, so on and so forth. Um, hmm. Maybe I should try that at some point. What would happen if you actually did the quest and like say the Grenier died. Let's try it out, actually. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, you know, I mean, we can redo the quest, so replay the quest, new war. Um, um, Skip the cinematic. There we go.
Hey, Jim.
Go ahead and skip all that. Yeah, what's up, kid?
When I hear like Warframe or Destiny, I think of Halo.
I guess. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have this guy like, kill me off, or, when I encounter the enemy, I'm just gonna let them just, absolutely decimate me. I wonder, can I actually just kind of kill myself without the enemies? Can I like just hop in the fire here and get burned up? Oh, I can. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, I'm taking lots and lots of damage, which is perfectly fine because, I want to take a lot of damage. I want to die here. What will happen?
I wonder if it gives you a mission failed.
Good question. Well, we're about to find out.
If I had to guess, it would give you that.
Well, it's an instant respawn. Okay.
Huh?
So, oh no. Let's see. Keep progress but forfeit the completion rewards and bonuses. Can I not quit the quest? Oh no.
Oh god, you have to do all that?
Oh no.
Jim, do you have to do that all over again?
It seems that way. There's no abandoned quest. Here, let me just kind of exit game. Yeah, that closed everything down. Okay. Well, that's irritating.
Nah.
Let me bring Warframe back up and one now. Okay, I can understand them saying, uh, you know, hey, you just kind of started this, um, you just started this campaign. You're gonna need to, um, you're gonna need to finish it, right? Um, but I mean, I've already finished it, and apparently, I have to go right back through it again.
Feel sorry for you.
They should give me the option to quit a quest, seeing that it's a replay. This should not be a thing.
Alex.
Okay, well. Okay, so well, I'm gonna have to replay this, but thankfully I can kind of slowly replay this, and I can probably just go ahead and play this through my off hours as well, because obviously, no one's gonna want to watch me play this all over again, saying that I did that last week. But so this begs the question: if now, okay, these initial missions here with Call and Veso, I mean that these are like kind of like default characters or whatnot, so um, so you know it's this shouldn't be that difficult for you to get through to beat these particular scenarios to move on to the next area, right? So once again, I get to deal with the annoying gun.
Again.
Yep. But let's see.
Call stop. Tell call.
Alright. So, I mean, the first two scenarios where you're just kind of you know, you're using these pre-made characters to fight, I mean, you shouldn't have, it, it shouldn't be that difficult for you as a player to get through, for the most part. I mean, obviously, I'm still, taking damage and whatnot. If I was to die right now, would it throw me at the very end, or would it kind of get past the, would I still have to, is it going to put me at the very end? Or, is it going to keep me after, like, the one, after the one cinematic? Where does the respawns occur? So... Alright. Yeah, that big thing, yeah. But, the question that I have is, is it just like the flagship? Is it the, is it a troop transport? Where is that guy? Go away. Roll to safety. Alright, skip the cinematic. Alright. What I want to do right now is see what happens if I die. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, yeah. They're taking their time. I wonder, can I get even more to kind of chase after me? Come on.
It's like 1 hour later.
Come here. I need more people to shoot me. Everybody to shoot me. Come here. Kill me. There we go. Now, where's it gonna put me? Okay. So it put me it put me really close to that spotlight, that's for sure, but there are there are points past the cinematics so that if you do die you know, you're not starting way back at the very beginning. So that's a positive. It's really irritating when you you know, when you die, and instead of going to a particular checkpoint or something along those lines, you have to respawn way back at the very beginning. You know, so so I do appreciate that level of detail on that one. Now I'm trying to remember the exact path that I took last time around to kind of get where I needed to go. I think this was the way that I used.
Call sneak good.
There we go. Don't need that cinematic.
For the queens.
And I got the shotgun, which apparently I got it from this dead rhino, which they really should have had like maybe like a different color or something along those lines, because at first I thought this was just another Grenier that somehow got its hands on a Corinth Prime. So that's why I was like, it's a little odd. But we'll go ahead and oh, hello. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Detonate at the base of that loaded contracts. For glory!
Oh. That guy was a lot easier. Alright. Nope, I apparently can't get past the that particular cutscene because it was a finisher, so I mean it makes sense. So, alright, there we go. Skip that cinematic. You know, so I do appreciate that little details that they had on there. The fact that you were commanding the Grenier, blah blah blah, to try to, you know, do the war there, but eventually you weren't able to explode the bomb. So Veso.
Hold fast to your stations, crews. Our glorious victory is close.
Trying to. I can't remember if there's a way for me to.
Confirming tech aboard. VSO-R at your service. Most gilded director. Most...
Yes, tech prophet. My command overrides aren't working. I need to break fire control from the fleet. Can you fix that, Vico?
It's VSO, most lucrative and sagacious visionary. Yes, I can try. There's a trace conduit nearby. I can bypass it.
Unfortunately, I can't skip through that either.
If you can.
Okay, thank you.
functional.
Can't do any kind of. Oh, I can roll. Okay, so that's.
Why are you shooting at me? Sir, Viso here. Our robotics have gone rogue. The sentients must have latched the grid.
Someone has. Yes. I'll pull some meat crews to cover you. Just get me that override.
Viso. Right. I've got a data pad, secure robot dispenser access, and planks. Right.
Let's see.
Move!
There we go. Oh wait.
Over there.
Come on. Come up here.
Off you go. Move! Quickly now.
Do, 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 do.
Go, go!
Oh, okay. It'd be nice to actually have something fairly closer to.
Off you go.
Come on. Pathing on this and these guys need to be a little bit better too, because the fact that these guys were kind of running around in circles were like kind of irritating. But I mean, what can one do, right?
A functioning shield drone dispenser? Oh, thank Prophet. There's no shame in maximizing my shields and just running. No point trying to shoot my way through this. Move! Move! Quickly now.
Okay. Nope.
How many hostiles?
I'll talk to you later, Jim.
Hi, man.
Can't do this.
See ya.
See it.
Unless I get a striker moa.
Let's see.
Over there.
And you
Go there.
okay, took care of those guys. I mean, this is a little irritating that I have to kind of go through it again, but some shields would be nice. There we go. Especially, it's especially when you don't have the, you know, Warframe abilities either. The fact that I'm I'm kind of limited as to, you know, what I can kind of do on this right at this moment in time. Is
Turrets look a little less scary now that I've got a striker MOA. Off you go.
This section may be recorded for quality assurance.
Move quickly now. Over there. Go there.
Initiating customer service.
Go, go.
okay. Come on, you. Get there, please. Ah, yeah. Here's the one part with the electrified field.
Fire control soon. We'll all be sucking vacuum. Tico, what's taking so long?
Sir? You want to disengage fire control from the fleet? I don't understand.
Look outside. We're all about to be under new management. Now do your part, or I'll find a more forward-thinking replacement.
Off you go.
See, having something here that basically kind of explains what the heck is going on, you know, would have been helpful. You know, some kind of explanation on as to kind of how to kind of go about doing this. So, and a replacement.
Off you go.
One moment. Please enhance the experience.
Move quickly now.
Please enjoy.
Okay. Gotta jump on here. Get my one drone to activate.
Over there.
Activate that, please. Thank you.
Move quickly now.
Wait. Somehow my third drone is gone? What the hell?
Go, go.
Where is my first drone at?
Over there. Go there.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Off you go.
Uh-huh.
Does this resolve your issue?
Over there.
I am sorry. Computer department.
almost died on that one.
Go there. Please hold.
And no health whatsoever. Okay.
Move quickly now. Initiating customer service.
Pathing on these guys need to be better.
This section may be recorded for quality assurance.
Go, go.
Please hold.
Well, this one's not going to be great.
See, this is why we need that command override back. The board just can't face reality. So, what's your plan, Tiso?
Plan? You mean I have to? Okay, I guess.
So, you know, this particular part isn't that bad. Once again,
Shield's vulnerable.
you know, I can't
Theory.
quit out of it.
Get to it.
Or actually, I haven't checked on this particular
To the board?
mission whether or not I can actually quit out of it, seeing that we played this already last week. Nope. Apparently I can't. Hey there, Rock. How you doing? So,
All his power is going to his attack. Shields vulnerable. Beams incredibly dangerous. Go, go.
oh, right. Over there.
Quickly now.
I'm good. Just preparing Volt Prime for the next update. Nice.
Off you go.
Doo-doo-doo.
To shield that breacher boa.
Here we go. Now,
Move quickly now. Go there.
okay.
Go, go.
And then go there and blow. Come on. Ah, god damn it. That's one of the problems with the you know, the shield drone is the fact that, you know, it doesn't. Oh, okay. I have to go running over to the other side. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'll tell. There we go. Alright, where's... Oh. Okay. And go after him. And then bam, and there we go. Yay. Alright.
Time to. Our new management is about to pay a personal visit. Be quick. I've got to stand down fire when they dock with us. Well done, Vico.
Yeah, we're kind of at the end of this. So there isn't any need to get any additional modes or anything along those lines. So, although I thought this one was a little bit I thought this one was a little bit more. I thought I had to actually take it down by 3 health bars. Was I wrong on that? Hmm. I thought last week it was 3 health bars for the um, here, hold on. For the jackal. Hmm. I guess not. I guess it's only 2. Hmm. I don't know. I was probably just having a hard time with it overall, you know, when I first was trying it because um, you know, trying to get past um, you know, trying to figure out what I needed to do during that fight for the very first time with no indicators as to, you know, how to kind of go about doing it. Um, Probably led to a little bit of a longer fight initially on that. Um, so yeah, so that's why I was like, hmm, assassinations 3 bars. Well, that's the thing though, is that last week when I was doing this, I thought I swore that it had 3 bars that I had to destroy. So maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Hmm. You know what? Hold on. Let me see real quick. Um, One of the nice things about having a 2 PC system is that I can actually kind of go back through the old videos and, or you know, let this one kind of go and be its own thing while I have while I'm kind of running this on the in the background over here. Let's see. No, that's me. Trying to. Oh no, it was 2 bars. Okay. Okay. I was just having kind of a rough go of it. So trying to arrange everything that was kind of going on. Yeah. Okay. So. Um, all right. So then now it gets into the oh, I forgot to check you know, what happens to this guy if you die. You know, there wasn't any particular like cinematic cutscenes, so like if you died at the very end there, does it respawn you all the way back, or does it start you after a particular command override? Like, you know, does it start you after the first command override, the second command override? Not sure. So that one is that one I uh, I didn't do. So unfortunately, I can't. There's nothing I can kind of do along those lines. So uh, same thing as Ka. Probably. Um, I'm gonna have to, you know, uh, I'm making the same kind of assumption along those lines that, you know, if
Firing sync
Don't need these cinematics because we've already done that. So
The enemy's eye turns upon our allies. Quickly, press onward.
okay, so here we are on in our personal railjack, right? So again, this really feels like it's kind of sluggish to me. Now what I'm gonna do is allow for my shields and my hull to just absolutely be decimated. So I want to see what happens, you know, because, you know, I upgraded some of the modules on the railjack here. So, you know, what I'm kind of curious about right at this moment in time is, you know, do I, you know, uh, can you do it? Can you do this particular section? Well, maybe not. Maybe not this particular section by itself, but maybe like the um, there's like another railjack section where you're bombarded by everything all at once, or during the sun mission or whatnot. You know, how does it you know, where, you know, do you have to kind of get, oh, I have to actually defeat the Sentinel fighters, Sentinel fighters. Not really. They're not doing a whole lot of damage to me right at this moment in time. Let's see. Yeah, see, there's tension. So I'm not seeing the health and shields right at this moment in time. You would think that they would kind of show you, you know, your ship health and whatnot. You know, if you step out of it, you know, what is your ship health? What is your, you know, shields? Can I actually exit? I can. Let me see if I can actually shoot at my own ship. Strange Unity, you're gonna die! Yeah, okay, let's go back in real quick. Obviously this is taking a while, but I mean I wanted to kind of check to see. So okay, so it does restart you. Okay. So this is where I'm kind of afraid that they might have gotten in themselves in too deep or whatnot. Because what happens when, you know, a player like brings in like the base level railjack, like no modifications in it whatsoever, and they are absolutely destroyed for every single time that they try to do a railjack mission. it's going to keep on repeating itself over and over and over again. It's going to basically be an infinite loop. They're never going to be able to get out of it. You know, there's no way to exit the game, or there's no way to exit the quest. There's, um, you're not able to upgrade the railjack at this point. You can't go on any additional missions to upgrade the railjack. So what happens when you get into a scenario where, the equipment that you have just isn't enough? Now, I was able to defeat this last time, but I have, I put on a few, additional modules, additional, shields and health and so on and so forth. So, I'm able to kind of take I'm able to kind of take a little bit more. But, what happens if you're in the base railjack? You basically, and the game basically goes into an infinite loop, and the player is never going to be able to get out of it because the equipment that you have isn't good enough.
Through the perimeter. Are you sure about this?
So,
It should be me.
No, Tenno. Your Warframe will be useless until I clear the Orphix fields. Then, we will meet inside.
Catch you. What if the Lotus won't?
If I must, I can make the harder choice.
now if I was to die here. Okay, so I'm basically kind of pushing on through.
If you all crave death and a final flash of glory,
I'm letting them just kind of beat down on my shields and my health right at the moment, and to see kind of oh, I have to eliminate the boarding party.
Intruders cleared.
Sai, charge the slingshot.
You will need to get closer to your mother's ship.
Alright.
Just
There's a lot more ships this time around, so I should be getting a lot more damage.
If hull integrity continues to drop, this will be a one-way trip.
I'm counting on it.
In range. Problem. Slingshot damaged. Crew, hold position while I route a bypass.
do you think there's a shred of Lotus left in the tar?
Destroy me!
It's been dying. The tomb scorched from its rotting core.
I'm trying to remember. What was the base health and shields for a railjack?
I'll be awaiting your signal.
Anyone have that amount? Or does anyone know that amount? Because I know that obviously I boosted up mine a bit. What was it? It was like, what, 2000 and 2000 or something like that, or 2000, 1000. Okay. So it does. It didn't. It didn't restart me too far back, so that's a good thing. Once again, though, you're having to kind of deal with the, you know, is your railjack good enough to kind of handle the amount of damage that you're receiving? I would love to kind of see someone's like initial take on that, to see, you know, see the perspective of trying to tackle that, you know, this quest line with just a base, you know, with just the base railjack, to see, you know, is it possible? I'm gonna have to assume that it is, because I would hope that they did that, that they tested it out. You know, how difficult would it be for them to get through the railjack mission with nothing on the railjack? No, you know, no crew to do any kind of repairs or extra guns or flying or anything along those lines. No gun upgrades whatsoever. You know, no hull or shield upgrades, no mods, just flat base railjack. And, you know, it's one of those things that I do kind of wish that they they separated this out into like separate chapters, you know, much like the prelude to the New War, you know, how there was like separate chapters on there. I was kind of, you know, I was kind of hoping that they would kind of do the exact same thing with with the New War. But I mean, you know, because when I said that I wanted to kind of discuss it, I wanted to kind of go through each and every single one individually per se. Well, not play it again, you know, but seeing that, you know, I can't quit out of the quest whatsoever, even though I've already beaten it. It's like, come on, you know, I've already passed this. This is a replay. Give me the ability to exit the quest from a replay. You know, I can understand not allowing someone to exit the quest for the first time playing, but for a replay, they should have that opportunity to exit the quest. So, yeah, this is, you know, this is kind of unfortunate. Now, for this tension battle, it's an interesting, this was kind of an interesting fight. Now, when I was kind of playing through it initially, I wasn't really doing a whole lot of exploring, because I was trying to kind of rush through at this point in time, because I was by this point in the game last week, I was already kind of pushing the amount of hours that I normally play. You know, I normally only do about 4 hours, so I'm probably gonna have to continue this again next week. But I didn't really do a whole lot of exploring here, but I do appreciate the overall like look and feel to you know, to what's kind of going on here for the most part. So
Will be scattered deep with the ship. can help you triangulate them.
Quiet!
I'm only trying to...
I don't need your help. Switch off.
Alright. Whee! Alright. Yeah, I was thinking that you know, there would be a wall to kind of block you from exiting the ship in this particular fashion. But nope, you can just kind of jump off into the void. So. Here's the other thing that that I was kind of irritated with was the fact that there's no like tension doesn't really have like an explosive to them. So so I can't really blow these particular
Please excuse orders.
I couldn't really blow those particular traps up, so it's like or at least I didn't find anything. If anyone knows any like good way of doing some kind of explosive damage to get rid of those traps, you know, I'm all ears, but based off of what I was you know, even doing something like that would trigger the trap. So I mean, you know, I don't know. One would kind of wish that there was, you know, he had some kind of explosive ability to take out those traps a little bit more, but or maybe something to hide himself or something like that, or put like a shield up or something to kind of handle a little bit more. You know, I'm not sure, but I'm just kind of taking in everything at this point in time because I got plenty of time now. Throwing the glaive, no problem. You know, that's an easy solution. The
Oh my.
middle mouse button to latch onto it, that one's kind of annoying. I really don't like using the middle mouse button to latch on. I don't know. I don't think there's any way to. Um, maybe it's under the secondary fire. So like maybe if I put this under some other value here, it would allow for me to kind of set that up. You know, let me see if I can kind of test that out. Let me try that. Oh, wait. I don't know if it's saved. Oh, it did. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So you can set it up so that you can use a different key for that. So that's good. The Grenier can't really do anything to these guys right at this moment in time. Not that it really matters all that much. There we go. There's those traps that I can't really do anything about.
Observation. A power field requires a power source.
Right. Am I getting attacked from somewhere else? Nope. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't... Oh, I am. Okay. So... I need you to come down here there, pal. Come here. Come here. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. Huh. That part was a little confusing at first when I first tried it because they didn't really say how to kind of go about, you know, disabling everything. Nothing there. Okay. Nothing there. Good thing I kind of set the other key binding now. Alright, so looks like I've pretty much explored this area for the most part. You know, I am kind of curious as to, you know, you know, what does this room do? What does that room do? You know, that kind of thing. But, you know, obviously I'm not going to get those particular details from this, so, you know.
Yes? Would you like me to deface that for you?
I do appreciate when Ordis is sassy. Let's see. Before we go too far, though, I want to kind of explore around here a little bit. Oh. Okay. Not much up here. Okay. Other than, you know, the Corpus and the Grenier, but don't really need to kind of worry about that. Here we go.
Devil sends their relic to do the deed.
Hey there, Bellis.
We're both relics, aren't we?
Alright. Again, this is, you know, makes one wonder what exactly is this per se. That's kind of, you know, you know, in a pool of, you know, so many questions, so little time. You know.
The Tenno freed you from your oath, did they? Does that absolve them of their sins?
Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay, okay. Interesting. Can still kind of climb up upon these these little asteroids. What about over here? Nope. Nope. Okay. Reset me up here, huh? Okay. That one appears to be too far away. Whoop. Looks like I can actually reach that one though. Oh, I landed on it, but it was an instant, respawn. Alright, Cold, come here. There we go. Let's see. Probably land on that platform over there if I really wanted to. These Medusa towers are interesting. Yep, apparently not close enough. Oh. There we go. Okay. Reach this platform. Reach that platform. And can reach that platform. Alright. So, you know, this part wasn't too bad overall, in my particular opinion, because there were, you know, tension was very similar in design. You know, the fighting style was very similar to Tenno. So, this one was kind of more styled to the sort of Warframe attacks for the most part. But, there we go. Let's see, can I fly up there? I can. Yeah. Oop, you're phasing through the middle. Blah. Alright, let me see if I can fly over there. Whee! Oh, phased right through. Okay. Interesting. I do appreciate the level of detail of allowing us to kind of, you know, basically hop on board these ships, although, you know, does seem a little unstable for the most part. So. That one doesn't seem at all stable, though. Oh, okay. That was interesting. Can I even get up there at all? No, apparently I can't. That particular ship is completely not there. Or at least it doesn't seem that way. Okay. You're apparently able to hop on board that ship over there and that ship over there, but not the Grenadier. Okay. Fortunately, there's no, like, you know, you can't do any kind of scans or anything along those lines. I'm hitting Q to see if I can actually access, like, the, you know, the one wheel to, you know, get your additional resources or scanning material, but that's not coming up, so. Which, I mean, makes sense. Kind of curious if I can actually get up there to, nope. Fell right and went right into the void. I was kind of wondering if I could actually get to that asteroid over there. Let's see, what about you? Nope, that's instantaneous. Okay, I'm right at the very edge of the map. Okay. Alright. And we've already kind of explored all over here for the most part, so. Alright, we'll move on. But yeah, you know, I did kind of appreciate the overall, you know, feel of tension. You know, being able to kind of switch between his abilities. You know, fire, cold, and lightning. You know, so okay. Okay, why am I not hitting him? Go away. Thank you. Nope, wrong one. That one. Interesting that these guys actually changed their harmonics a little bit. Initially, when I was fighting against them, I thought, you know that they don't change whatsoever. They kind of stick to their respective focal points. You know, fire, ice, and electricity. But no, apparently they change it. Interesting. Didn't observe that last time, so. I'm gonna go around exploring a little bit this time around. You know, got all those traps over there. Nope, that didn't really work. There we go. The sheer amount of destruction that's going on. Don't think that's within range, so. Oh, I can actually hop on top of this. Okay, interesting. Let's see, can I destroy you from here? Yeah, I can. Okay. Okay, there is a raised level up there, so. Oh, okay. Okay, apparently holding down shift is the run. Just exploring, just exploring. What can I find? Wait. This wasn't the entrance, was it? Nope. For a second, I was like, I don't remember there being like an entrance up here. Which makes me wonder, you know, I can't remember this particular area in terms of, you know, coming back to it. So it makes me wonder if there's a, if I do actually come back to this particular area and if I have to actually go down that particular hallway. So that's all. Phase right through that. Okay. Tension, you're a miracle, man. You phased right through solid, solid metal. Wasn't there like a trap over here? Maybe because I was up there, it triggered the trap somehow? Who knows? There's these things over here. Nope, couldn't reach that one. Okay. What about this one up there? Nope, couldn't even reach that one. I'm thankful that they do give an extra amount of time to kind of take care of these. So if they basically said, hey, you can only, you know, here's 20 seconds and that's all you got, then, well, you're in trouble. That's a little difficult to do. Especially when tension isn't nearly as fast as a Warframe is. So alright. Let's move on. We've explored quite a bit already. Alright.
Teshin, are you losing it? Feeling unwell?
This is another thing that makes me wonder exactly what's going on, because, you know, obviously this is, you know, what you had to have Bellis destroy in order to eventually kill him off. So what exactly is this per se? Is it maybe like a power from the sun? Because that's what, you know, this ship is supposed to be all about, right? You know, basically harvesting stars. So maybe that's what's kind of going on here. You know, these particular orbs are, in a sense, sun collectors. I'm just speculating here, there, folks. I don't know. And an educated guess, and even then, it's hard to say. Come on down here. There we go. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about
Still happy to help.
the one problem that I will have to kind of, that is kind of, the one positive for Warframe that isn't included in with tension is is like a primary, secondary weapon kind of thing. Yeah, his hat, or his back, glaive is a is a a long distance weapon, but it only hits for one time kind of thing. Would have loved to have had like like a assault weapon, shotgun, so on and so forth to kind of be able to take these guys on. Nope. This guy's fairly easy to deal with, to be honest. So, as long as you stand fairly close to him, when he does the, smash in kind of thing, all you have to do is just kind of move behind them, kind of thing. Move in close enough so he moves forward and you can kind of move behind him. So, so those guys are fairly easy to kill overall. I mean, it's still like a little minor boss, so you still have to deal with all the hit points and whatnot, but for the most part, not all that difficult. I wasn't really sweating all that much when I was when I was facing off against him last time, so.
She and her void brood toppled a golden age of order and honor. Do you really believe this chaos is freedom?
Okay. Nope. That one. I'll come back here. There we go. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Get back here, damn it. I'm not done with you. There we go. Go exploring around. Once again, we have this black sludge. As though it's constructing everything from it, but makes me wonder, you know, what is it derived from, kind of thing. You know, what is it part of? Is it like, you know, in a sense, like extracting like minerals from the Grenadian corpus or something like that to feed this or something like that? Who knows, man? It's very dark, I know, but I mean, what? Why else would they be having these guys here? You know. So. We have that tower up there. Let's go ahead and get rid of it right down here. Here we go. Come here. There we go. Okay, anything else? Oh, there you are. Hi there. Come here. Nope. I saw you. Come here. Oh, hi there, guys. See. There we go. It was fire, but then it switched over to ice, so. Okay. And those are done. Oh, come on. There he goes. Nothing up there. Okay. I do kind of appreciate the ice and the electricity, because that actually shocks these guys so that they can't really do much, but still. Okay. There we go. Nothing there. Nothing. Okay. Get rid of the electricity. I think something was shooting. Ah, there it is. There we go. There's even more ships down below. Oh, I got him. Nice. Let's see, can I board the ships? I cannot. At least not that one. Let's see, what about you? Are you solid? You are not. Matter of fact, I think I've passed through the one right below you too. No, it was just the bottom of them. Okay. And that's too far down if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Don't think there's anything else around here that I can see if I can explore for the most part. Asteroid over there. Whee! Nope. Okay. You know what? I have an idea about how to kind of get past these. Nope. That didn't really work that well. Let me try this. Whee! Nope. Still got hit with the explosions. But no health damage, so I mean, there's that. You know, his shields were obliterated, but you know. Let's see. I can jump on these. Nice. Ooh, that's a lot of visual glitches right there. Ah, my face, my face. Ah! Tension, what happened to you, man? He's having a rough day of it right at the moment. Okay. Trying to see if I can. I was trying to see if I can actually jump on top of those points right there. That field effect right at the moment is really making it difficult to kind of make a precise jump. So. Makes me wonder if, you know. I mean, isn't this supposed to be like, you know, some form of energy or whatnot? I mean, standing right in the middle of it, you know, you would think that would like harm tension or maybe even do an instant kill, but apparently not. Alright. Let's move on with the rest here. Go. Okay. I doubt that I'll be able to actually reach that, but I'm kind of curious. Yep. Nope. You're it. That. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Probably can't reach that one either. Can I get up top here at all? Oh, no, okay. Hold on. Apparently I'm hitting the ceiling and can't really do... Oh. Yep, I can't. Can't get up there. Okay, well. Not much I can really do. Oh. I ran right into that, didn't I? Alright. Alright. Start this process off. Let's go. Nope. Missed. Oh, missed. There we go. There we go. And of course, if if you fail on knocking all those down, then it resets. So, I mean, there's no real need for me to kind of try to reset, or to kind of redo that. So. Alright. Moving on. There we go. Took care of those guys fairly quickly. I know the entrance is over there, but I'm still kind of curious about if there's anything else around. If there's any, is there any kind of lore that one could kind of get from this while you're kind of exploring? It would be kind of nice if they did do something along those lines, like some kind of like terminal that you could kind of log into, that you could check to see, or get some of the like additional tiny pieces here and there, but I think I'll get to the section with the drifter there, folks, and then I'll go ahead and kind of call it, because obviously the drifter is going to be another section to kind of get through on here. Matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and I'll just because I don't necessarily want to continue doing this for my stream next weekend either. I think I'll, after I'm done with this, like it gets me into like the Um, or maybe not even the drifter, because that would um, let's see. Ow. Damn it. I made the observation that it felt as though tension was kind of reaching in, grabbing out like a piece of DNA code and just kind of breaking it, which is interesting if, you know, but, um, I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind when they created that particular villain or that particular enemy. So, what's up here? Not much. Okay, apparently I couldn't latch onto it for some reason. Oh. Oh, okay. Apparently I can't get up there. Alright. There we go.
All fixed fields are disabled. The operator should be cleared to board.
No. Too easy. Let me nudge the snares first.
Oh, that's it. Come to me,
Yeah.
old man.
The,
I'm eager to show you how this war ends.
there is a ledge up there, but
With hope, not with lies,
can't really get up there.
but truth. A truth for all who are strong enough to believe. Even you.
Just gonna explore a little bit more. No. Alright. Run, tension, run! I think at this, I kind of rushed through this particular part because I was like, I really want to get this done. I really wanted to finish it off, blah, blah, blah. So I just kind of flew through the air to just kind of get to the other side real quick. So, that's an interesting sight, I must say. Yeah, I quickly went to in there and flew across, but I didn't really explore this all that much. You know, I was getting close to around, well, I'm already kind of past my normal time where I normally kind of end the stream. You know, but I kind of got started late anyway for the stream, so I figure I'll go ahead and do like an hour and a half. Alright. Apparently I can get up here. Can I get up there? Oh, apparently I can't even latch onto it. Okay, there we go. Whee! Nope. Can't go through there. Alright. Don't think there's really anything else for me to kind of do. I don't really see anything else here that I can really kind of explore for the most part. The occasional invisible ships. Can't even land on that platform down there. Makes me wonder, you know. I mean, it looks like you can actually reach it. Interesting how this one is solid, but the other two are not. Nope. Alright. Let's see. Looks like this one is also going to be solid. Yep, it is. This one is going to be fake. Yep. Sad. Alright. Yep. Looks like we are ready to go. Let's warp on to the next area. Let's go. Whee! Let's see. Oh, I was kind of hoping that this would be a cutscene.
Going to want to see this. Watch the veil do its work.
Call out, Dax.
Oh, come on.
Close the wound behind the cloud.
He'll give in soon. They all will. And this war will be over before it even begins. Not with bombs and blood, but with truth. They programmed you and your kind. Now it is our turn to program them.
Summon your devil. It's time.
Why? No. No. Valeria!
See the veil work, turning his memories inside out, making him see the things he's lost, putting pain where it serves us. A lost love, perhaps. Her life cut short by the very tale he had sworn to protect.
Call out, old man. Give her justice. Give her peace.
I can see her. Tenno? Why?
Again, this doesn't really matter all that much, the whole attacking. So, I mean, if it mattered, that'd be fantastic, but it didn't. So,
One for the reject pile, then.
I mean, unless there's like a different cutscene that's there. But I mean, that's what I experienced last time, so. Hey there, Lotus. You're not looking so hot. Said that last time too.
Goodbye, my love.
Oh no, this was the part where you know, get to become a drifter. So. So. This is the part that I'm kind of confused, and this is one of those parts where I'm kind of confused. Um, you know what's it you know it was might have been like explained in like the prelude maybe. Um, you know what the need to have Lotus with them was. Um, and then she's just kind of tossed out at the very end. Um, I'm missing you know I f- you know uh, that's the one thing that I have with um with games like this, and the fact that you can't, you know, well, I mean, if you're doing this like for like maybe the first time through, um you know, you can kind of do them for the most part back to back to back, right? Um, for the most part, but not really, because there's a lot of things that you have to kind of take care of, um, you know, along the way in order to get to like the main storyline. And so, because there's those large kind of gaps between these quests, you know, it can be really difficult to kind of hold on to the information that was kind of provided from in the previous ones. Um, I'm not quite sure why, you know, why did they need to Lotus? Why are they discarding her you know, right now? You know, I'm assuming that, you know, she's outlived her usefulness, but what what did she provide? That's what I'm kind of wondering about. Um, what was it? What was it about her that was kind of necessary up to that point? Um, with tension there. To like maybe it was the fact that like tension needed to say some kind of command that unlocked one of her abilities, and then Ballas took it from her. I don't know. That's the problem, is that I'm really kind of trying to read between the lines, but even then the lines aren't really there. So, um, I can only ascertain so much based off of you know just this full on scenario that was kind of given to us, this quest that was given to us. Um, there isn't any kind of like refreshers. There isn't any kind of like um, so a good way to kind of um, um, typically sometimes if you want to translate some like really important details, for example, like if you're like writing a book or something along those lines, you're writing you're doing a movie, screenplay, what have you, right? Normally you have you know uh, like you have the first movie, and then in the second movie you want to refer to like little bits and pieces in the first one, but you don't want to like completely derail what was kind of going on in the second, right? So what you would do, you would be like, hey, I'm going to put in this little snippet of voice dialogue to kind of remind you of what happened in the first movie. Or maybe you want to kind of show a little bit of snippet from, a particular scene from the first movie to kind of remind you, oh, that did indeed happen, you know. Um, as kind of like a reminder of um, of what occurred, for the most part. Um, take for example, um, I'm going to use this as an example. So, Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi, right? So Han gets frozen carbonite, gets taken off to Jabba's palace, and in three you start off with the idea of everybody's just trying to rescue Han, right? Well, what I'm what I'm seeing right now, what I'm getting right now, is though Luke is rescuing Han like right then and there, like you know, everybody's on the barges, Han's kind of coming out of his hibernation sickness, returning the eyesight, returning, so on and so forth. They have this huge battle and everybody flies off, right? There isn't really any kind of, um, it's not really showing like the fact that Han was still set in carbonite, like, they still kind of showed that in Return of the Jedi, for example, to kind of show, hey, no, he's consequences of what happened in the last movie is still there. You still, walk into Jabba's palace. You're still trying to negotiate for Han's life. Um, you know, bounty for Chewbacca was still there. Um, so they kind of did a way of kind of reminding everybody exactly what was kind of going on for the most part in Return of the Jedi. For the most part, you know, there's other um, there's other movies that kind of did it a little bit better, or you know that did a little bit of flashbacks um, to kind of remind the viewer what exactly happened in the previous movie. So um, they're not like completely going, what the heck is going on, for example, right? Um, so this to me right now is just feeling like we're Luke Skywalker on the barge trying to save Han, and there's no context. So that's all. That's um, what would kind of like to have a little bit more there to kind of understand what exactly is going on. I'm you know, it's been too long since I did the previous quests to really fully understand what is happening at this particular moment in time. So, okay. And I think here is a good spot to kind of call it. Or oh, maybe I should kind of so what did you guys think? Did this kind of um, does this kind of step-by-step process analyzing it kind of me kind of voicing my um, my questions, my concerns about this? I mean, does that work? Would you like to kind of see me do this again next week? Because I could, um, I can take, I can start right where um, right where I'm leaving off right now, um, and we can kind of continue from there. Seeing that there's really no way for me to kind of get out of the quest anyway. You're locked into the quest, even though you've repeated it. um, Strange that it has a sign up on this particular screen. So here, let me show it again. So here we are on the main screen, right? And well, why is this needed? I'm in middle of the I'm in middle of a quest. Why is sign up needed? Huh? I mean, forgot password, sure. That's understandable there. But sign up? Huh? What? Now I'm sure that they're reusing the login screen. So I mean, uh, you know, So on one hand, it does kind of make sense that they don't necessarily want to duplicate code. So I get it, but at the same time, it's very odd. um, you know, uh, they to be honest, you know, what's the point of even doing um, what's the point of even doing this? Let it transition to the next chapter. Why bother with this? In the in middle of the quest. Why? It doesn't. It's it's confusing. Now, um, maybe they said, hey, you've been playing this for several hours already. We're logging you out so that you can take a break because you've been doing this for several hours. You should go and get something to eat. Uh, relax, step away from the computer. Blah blah blah. That makes sense. But they should kind of give me that choice. Like, hey, you've been playing this for a while. We recommend taking a break. Do you want to log out? Yes or no? There you go. Done. you know, if you click yes, you exit the game. You're done. No, you continue on with the rest of the chapters or the rest of the quest. Login screen. I don't know. It's not really needed in my particular opinion, but Okay, so I'm not really getting anyone kind of voicing their opinion as to what you guys kind of want to see next week. Um, uh, so I could do what I was kind of talking about before. Just going through the wiki, through the walkthrough that they did on the wiki to just kind of discuss everything that was kind of going on there. Now, the wiki does have, some additional details to it. So, um, I might actually be able to kind of get some of my questions answered through the wiki. Probably would have been nice to, get some of these details, in the game themselves. Um, so, um, but I don't know. That's, I could do that next week and just kind of finish off the quest, on the sidelines kind of thing, just to kind of get through it. I can just kind of read through the wiki next week to kind of finish it off, go through um, the Rise of Narmer, the Drifter's Camp, the Stolen Plates, Enemies of Enemies, Temporal Axioms, the Wild Hunt, Archon Borel, Archon Armor, and Archon Nira, and Aftermath. First Archon Shard, second Archon Shard, Armament 10-0, Choice Drifter versus Operator, She Gives We Live, Murex, Perching, another Railjack mission, Pakasa, Final Showdown. So, and then of course the conclusion. So I mean that's all still available. So the question is, do you want me to kind of discuss it, um, next Saturday, via wiki or via the gameplay itself? Um, Seeing that I really have no choice. I'm stuck in the gameplay, so so I can either finish it off on my own time, get back to where I started out, where I left off, or we can do that again next week and kind of talk about the process, the drifter, the conclusions, the all that kind of stuff, you know, next week. So I don't know. What do you feel? What do you folks feel like? Either way is fine by me. Um, I mean, wiki provides enough information, so that I can kind of go through it slowly but surely. So, um, would you, the viewer, like to kind of watch me play through it again, or do you just want me to kind of discuss it? You know, Here, matter of fact, let me set up a poll here. Oop, actually, hold on. Apparently, I can't do. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Poll. Wait a second. It's not. It's not bringing up the settings for polls right at the moment. Maybe. Question for next week. There we go. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So next week. Do you want wiki discussion? Gameplay. No. Or gameplay with discussion. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bump up the duration for a while. So there we go. So there's a poll. Everybody that's listening or watching or anything along those lines, go ahead and get into that poll. Place your votes down. We're going to go ahead and tackle that. Come next week. So, and I didn't give you guys a middle ground here. It's one or the other. So, I still want to discuss the new war. I was really not expecting the fact that I was stuck once again in the new war. That's really kind of unfortunate oversight, in my particular opinion, on that. So, um, so you have several minutes to place your votes. Give me your opinion on that. Would love to see how you would like me to kind of continue the discussion. Do you want me to play the game and kind of discuss everything while I go about playing it? Which means that I'll probably be pausing and trying to figure out what exactly is kind of going on for the most part, um, which will take a while to kind of get through um, the last, the last half of the quest. Or do you want me to just kind of try to, now that I know that I can't seem to get through, um, I can't exit out of the quest once you restart it. Um, you know, uh, do you want me to just kind of talk about the wiki and I'll just finish off the game on my own time? You know, you know, what would you prefer to see? Um, to be honest, I I could go either way on it. I really could. So, um, I do feel as though now that I know that I have to, have to play through the game anyway, I feel as though the wiki would probably be the faster method of discussion. Um, because, I would have to actually kind of go through the gameplay again next week. So, can I go through that in the 4 hours? Mm, Maybe. I mean, it took me, what, 9 hours last time? But at the same time, I know kind of what to expect now. So, um, plus I was skipping a lot of the cinematics anyway. Um, so that saves time. But um, I might save some of the cinematics this time around because, um, like the previous ones with the Grenier and the Corpus didn't really matter. Wasn't really a major factor when it came to um, uh, the overall storyline. This time around with the Lotus by your side, um, it kind of matters a little bit more. So, um, you know, I didn't really care too much about that last cinematic that I skipped through because it was just her saying, let me go, blah blah blah, and you just kind of falling in with her. Um, I don't think there was anything else to that scene, if I remember correctly. So, or at least nothing really said that was, um, really kind of stood out. So, so yeah, like I said, go ahead and make those votes, put those votes in. You know, would like to know what you would like to see. So, this goes for all the lurkers, all the, chatters, my regular viewers, everybody. You know, um, you know, next week when I play this again, next Saturday, you know, come on back. start it up again at 2 o'clock, and we'll continue where we left off. So, with the drifter. So, um, yeah. Let's see. Tomorrow. Uh, okay. Let me kind of discuss other things that's going on. First off, you know, uh, I'll go through my little ending spiel later. But tomorrow, from what I understand, my brother's going to be holding another charity event. Now, um, I didn't really know about it, so um, I don't think he's playing Minecraft tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. I think, from what I understand, he's going to be trying to play some Sims 4, some like construction building in Sims 4 tomorrow. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Um, the charity in question is going to be, um, concerning autism. So that's if that's near and dear to your heart, then stop by my brother's stream. I believe he's going to be starting it around 10 o'clock Pacific time, at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I believe it was like 10 to 2, if I remember correctly. Um, I'll see about trying to like reach out to him and see if he wanted to do a co-op or if he just kind of wanted to do a single player. Either way is perfectly fine for me. Um, but I will be attempting to help him out for that charity event. So please stop on by to his channel. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and shout out his channel so everybody can kind of check it out. So, Strange Worlds Unlimited. There we go. So, go check out his channel. Normally, he streams during the week, early morning for the most part, or morning, um, Pacific Standard Time, typically around 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe a little earlier, sometimes 7:30 or so. But um, you know, mm, more often than not, it's like Monday, Wednesday, maybe Friday. Um, but those are his hours. So and he's been, as you can see, he plays Subnautica. Um, he's also played Sims 4 and Minecraft. So um, you know, at some point in time, would love to do more collabs with him. Um, play some of the other co-op games that we have that we've, some that we've started and haven't finished. But obviously, his schedule is a little more hectic than mine. So, but go check him out. Um, Go help him out on his charity. Donate if you can. If not, it's perfectly fine. Um, it's always best to, just, if you can, spread the word around. You know, um, that's an easy assistance. You know, uh, you know, just just passing the word around is good um, to help out if you're kind of strapped for cash. Believe me, I know. um, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of like, doing like a retweet or, hosting the channel or, you know, saying, hey, here's a link to a guy that's doing a charity um, for autism, tomorrow. You know, do not, social media can be a powerful tool sometimes. So, um, but we got the results of the poll, which it was gameplay and discussion. So I'm going to basically hold off on doing any of the additional gameplay for this. So next Saturday we'll start off, where we left off with the drifter and kind of, walk through that process, and I'll discuss my observations as we go along. Again, there's going to be uh, there's going to be parts of that where I'm like going to be kind of scratching my head going, what just happened, kind of thing. So, any kind of insight would be welcome. But for the most part, I'm just gonna kind of give it to you straight. Just kind of say, hey, this is what I experienced when I played it first time through. Here's my positives and negatives about the entire process. So, but that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. So, all these streams, all these videos are eventually uploaded to my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out if you like. Got a link down below on my Twitch About page for that. I also have links to my Discord, my Patreon, and my Twitter account down below on my Twitch About page, as well as in the description of my YouTube videos. So if any of those are interesting, or you have any interest in, feel free to join me. Feel free to stop on by. Would love to see you join on those. And last but not least is the Stream Team robot that I made. It's yeah, headset needs audio. There you go. There's some audio. So I have a stream team. It's all about trying to help out everybody that's on the team, streamers and non-streamers alike. I'm really in the dark here. It's right at the very tail end, but still. If you're a streamer, the team is built to try to help you promote your channel and, help with just overall promotion, setting up collabs, setting up charities, setting up tournaments. The team is meant to try to be something that is a helpful tool for streamers. For non-streamers, are still welcome. There's still subgroups in the with the team that can still be helpful to you as well. Support groups, moderator groups, tech help. Are you an artist that you want to help out other streamers? That's a possibility. Musician, You know, that's always, um, that's also a possibility. It's everybody can help in any small way, no matter what. And the team is built around the idea that, you know, um, all we ask is like maybe an hour a week kind of thing, and you can help out so many people just with like a simple hour, you know. So I see it, for me, I see it as something that could benefit a lot of people if we get the right people that wants to help out everybody. So we're looking for more members. More the merrier, in my opinion. So as long as you're willing to you know um, you know if as long as you're willing to help out others, you're welcome. Those that don't want to help out, those that are look to harass or um, troll or even close to threaten others, that's not welcome, or we don't want that. So we will remove anyone from the team that shows any of that. So that's like that's an instant ban. So so don't feel like um, you're going to be coming into a team along those lines. Okay. Um, we want a team that is helpful for everybody. So if that's something that interests you, there's a link down below on my Twitch About page for the application. There is also a link to the Google document that discusses everything about the team, all the sub teams, everything that is, um, the, the basically the mission statement of what the team is all about. So check that out. Um, fill out the application, fill out the questions, send it in. I'll review it, and if everything looks good, then you'll be receiving an email from me on acceptance. So, but if not, it's quite alright. But if you know someone that might be interested in it, pass that on too. Like I said, the group is meant to be support. So I would love to see it grow. But that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I catch you next time. But until then, take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And I'll catch you strangers next time.